DiMaggio.
Justin Thomas,
PGA champion.
Touchdown, Alabama. North Carolina. They're not going to be denied this
time. The setting is brand new, but the prize remains the same. An affirmation of gridiron greatness by earning the title Champion of the Southeastern Conference. In a storied rivalry that dates all the way back to 1892, here comes something unique. A rematch for the ages. Just a few weeks ago for Georgia, it seemed their wildest dream was coming true.
To the 4 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
An undefeated season was on their mind. And then, the Deep South's oldest rivalry kicked off. And for the Bulldogs, that dream turned into a nightmare.
Touchdown, Auburn! Turn the lights out in Athens, Georgia!
The Tigers' improbable mid-season renaissance has been fueled by their indomitable spirit and iron will.
Carry on, there's the jump pass, touchdown!
But this year, in this, the most demanding of conferences, it turns out beating your most ancient of rivals once is not enough. For Georgia and Auburn, it's bragging rights be damned. Take 2 is for the championship of the SEC.
So it brings us to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's the SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper. The Georgia Bulldogs and the Auburn Tigers for the 122nd time. The Deep South's oldest rivalry, and we've got a rematch for the ages here in Atlanta today. Take a look at the college football playoff rankings. Clemson and Miami has a date later tonight. So does Wisconsin and Ohio State. Oklahoma's taking care of their business right now, and that brings us to Auburn and Georgia here for the SEC title. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nussler. My partner, as always, is Gary Danielson. Garrett starts back in the spring. It works its way through summer, and there's 14 teams in this league that have the dream of making it to the first Saturday in December here in Atlanta. And in this case, it's not only for the conference championship, it's for a spot in that Final Four. And it's a rematch. How about that?
How cool is that? You know, Brad, for the first 11 weeks of this season, I think the story of college football was
Georgia.
I think it was. And then for the last 3 weeks, the story has been
Auburn.
Yeah, how good are they? Are they that good at home? Or are they that good playing away from home? We will find out.
And how good are they with their top tailback? Kind of a question mark. Kerryon Johnson's been the biggest story this week, I think, with the exception of the coaching carousel, right?
I think you're right. But, you know, for Kerryon Johnson to be Kerryon Johnson, he plays physical. He doesn't use his legs. He uses that straight arm. When you come up to make a tackle, he makes you pay. If he's not able to use that arm, even like he did against Alabama last week, how good will this offense be without that running attack? That's the big story all week.
Well, and the big story and the big question mark, and we'll take you back and show you why he's a question mark health-wise.
Yeah, it happened, we think, maybe right here when Ronnie Harrison put that helmet on that arm, that left arm, but then later, Kerryon Johnson felt a twinge and kind of shut it down. And then all week it was, how good is Kerryon? And of course, no one's going to tell you how good he is, but I'm going to speculate this. As you watch him go off there last game, if that arm isn't falling off, he's going to play.
He had 167 yards on the ground and a screen pass touchdown against Georgia the first time around. Let's take ourselves back now for Georgia 3 weeks ago. Top rushing team in the conference, couldn't do anything against the Auburn defense.
Everybody on the Georgia team has to play better. And if they do, their 2 stars will will show up. They were shut down, but they can't block and run at the same time. For the offense to work, that offense has to be more varied, I agree, but they're not going to not use those guys. They have to be the stars.
The first time these two teams met was in 1892, about 3 miles down the road at Piedmont Park. We've got a few more people in here for this one. 122nd time these two go at it next.